out there. This is it's me, Coach Kevin. And a great practice for students would be to use Google Drawing and let's see, text box, and you want capital A. Let's just do A. Oopsie, just do A for now. Let's make it really big. Let's make this like I don't know, 99. Not too bad. But I use something really bold. Like that's a good example. Actually, you know what? Let's make it enormous. 199. Here we go. So if you're like, let's make this. Let's make it yellow, so that really you can really get a sense of it. So with an arrow, with the arrow tool, selection tool, I copy paste. Whoa. There we go. Yellow. Okay. See if I can do this. Click. Click. Okay. Copy paste. There we go. So I have two yellow letters. One of them is going to be black, and I'm going to put this. Right now it's in front, but if it's like if I have four corners and I click on it with the four-cornered arrow, I could do order, send to back, and then now that letter is behind the A. Now you can obviously do a drop shadow to the right, to the lower right, to the upper right, to the upper left. But what most letterists, calligraphers, typographers have noticed, there's something about down and to the left for our lettering system that's more legible. The problem with this though is there's no outline. So I wonder if there's a way. When I don't think there's a way to do lettering outside of the A. So one thing I've done in the past is that the black letter? That's a yellow letter. So another thing I've done in the past is I take the backdrop letter and I make it impact. Can I make it bold? And a little bit larger. And now watch what happens if I align four arrow click. What happens if I align the yellow on the black? It still doesn't really outline it. So let's try to make this even larger. Instead of 202, I want to make it 220. How about that? There we go, 220. Let's see if the A fits better on it. Yeah, there's not really a way to do an outline. So in any case, drop shadows, that's a general idea. But again, the best for me, the best way to get better at hand lettering is to practice with your hands. So again, I might have to zoom in here. Okay, so to start over, I'll do A, B, C, and don't be too, try not to be too precise. There's such a thing as like being too much of a perfectionist when it comes to art and certain things besides art. That's me. But if you just do, remember chisel tip lets you do thin portions and thick portions. And then what I would practice doing is tracing it, just tracing the outline. And what you'll notice is the letters really pop out once you add an outline. And I even noticed, notice in the B, the A and the B, I added a little bit of space because the horizontal line didn't look right. I'm also going to cut into this yellow portion. See that? I feel that's a mistake. So I'm just going to kind of try to cover it up. And then later, the better you get with lettering, the more practicing you do. What you'll notice is even if, see that empty spot in the C? Even if it doesn't, whenever it doesn't look right, you can always fix it later. And again, this is after I started doing this in 5th grade, and I was really good at it by the beginning of 6th grade. And yeah, the drop shadowing, you're just gonna have to practice it. And then your brain will start to do it. Just like anything else that you've practiced for long enough, you will be able to see it in your mind before you even really start. Now, I cannot do, right now, I can't do calligraphy. There are some people who use the same sort of skill and they practice it with calligraphy. And that's the same example. Like they see the letters in their mind before they even pick up their like calligraphy pen. I got into calligraphy for a couple of years there. So there you go. That's an example of drop shadowing. I also wanted to show you fancy lettering. Like I like to exaggerate things. So like how about a swooping A? I don't know, let's just make an A like with lots of like extra details, right? Curl it there. I'm going to do something like this. I've been thinking a lot about the Oakland A's logo, so if it looks a little bit like the Oakland A's logo, that's why. Okay, same thing. See, there's also like little design flourishes and whatever. Outline it. I'm just using a pencil. And it also, this is practicing your fine motor skills, like your ability to control a pencil or a pen, obviously in your hand. And we're going to be doing some quite a bit of art in the days leading up to open house, because visitors like to look at things like art. So again, drop shadowing is something, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And please look online for tutorial videos, because I'm a dabbler. I do a little bit of a lot of different things, but there are people out there who could give you even more detailed and expert advice. But yeah, I do okay for somebody who's a full-time teacher and part-time dabbler. There, not too bad. Cool. All right. So hope that helped. Aloha. Au revoir.